Today we're going to talk about how you can make money on social media and turn your content into ads to start generating some leads. We're going to be doing it for one of our clients, Golden Electrical Services, and my goal is to teach you guys how to set up a Meta Business Suite ad and start running it. But before we get into that, I want to break down a very simple strategy for you guys so you understand what the method behind this madness is, right? There's a strategy from Gary Vee that he coins in his book, Day Trading Attention, and he talks about it in a lot of his different content. And I think it works really, really well for service-based businesses, which is why we're testing this out. What you do is you start posting content organically across social media. And your goal is to figure out what kind of content do people like to see. And when you create that content over a period of time, you're going to have certain pieces that overperform or over-index. That means that if you're getting an average of 500 to 1,000 views a post, maybe it's 150 views a post. Let's say that you have a video that gets 5,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 or a million views. That's the video that you know people really, really enjoy. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that video into a piece of sales content for our business to drive leads and revenue. And we're going to put ad dollars behind it to get in front of the right people and more people. Basically what you're doing is you're hedging your bets. You understand, you've now gained the insights to know that this post is what people like to see, so we're going to use it to the best of our ability to generate customers for our business. But in order to do that, we need to know how to run Meta Business Suite ads. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this client here. So this is the client that we're going to be running the ads for today. This is Golden Electrical Services, and this is his YouTube channel that we've helped him grow pretty massively since the beginning of December. We started at absolutely zero. They didn't have a YouTube channel, and we've gotten it to 5.3 thousand subscribers. And the main reason why is these two videos right here. One is about sub panels, and one is about really how electricians should do work to protect their clients and protect their wires. What we're going to do is we're going to use this video right here, installing a sub panel in Livermore, and we're going to run an ad on it in Meta. Even though that it overperformed on YouTube and not Meta, I believe that it's going to get in front of the right customers if we target it through our content. Just because it doesn't perform on some of the other platforms doesn't mean that it's not a good piece of content. All it means is it didn't get in front of the right people. So our job through the ad is to get it in front of the right people. So now let's go over to Meta Business Suite. Once you log into Meta Business Suite, you go through all those steps. You can log in via Facebook or Instagram. We're going to navigate to the ad section. And what I'm going to do is this is an ad I already set up, and I'm going to be using the same copy, but I'll break down the copy for you in this ad that we create right now. So after we navigate to the ad section in Meta Business Suite, we're going to go over to create an ad. The next thing that's going to pop up for you is all of these different goals. I'm going to choose get more calls for this number one reason. The sales process for this customer is essentially him getting in front of people, them calling them, telling them about the problem, and then them sending somebody out to go do a free inspection and do a quote for them to see if they want to work together. So that's essentially the sales appointment. But there's no lead magnets, there's no email, there's not the lead inquiry forms that a lot of people do. It doesn't really make sense for this business because electricity and electrical needs, it tends to be needed very quickly, right? People have it on their mind, they're going to call a bunch of people, see who can pick up first, and that's the person that's usually going to get the job. Or they're going to field 3 different calls and they're going to have the people come out for quotes. So the sales process is more of a call-oriented approach. But if you're someone that relies on website visitors or lead forms, then just choose your different goal, and that's what is basically going to fill out that call to action form. So get more website visitors is going to drive people to a website. Get more leads is going to drive people to fill out an inquiry form directly through Meta. Get more calls is going to allow them to call you right away. So we're going to choose get more calls on this one. Okay, now that we are at this section, I'm going to break down these different sections for you. So right up here, we have goal, get more calls. You can change it right here. Then you have add creative. You can use a post that you've already posted, or you can upload the video via right here. And we're actually going to do an upload on this one because the post didn't perform very well on Instagram previously. So what we're going to do is, and then you also have the description here, and this is essentially the caption that's going to be on there. And this is what we're going to change from our original post into more sales-oriented copy. So in the original post, it might be more trying to build connection with the audience and just kind of a general description. In this one, we're going to have it be more call to action oriented and get people to take action on something. Then you have your media section, your headline, which again is another place to put your call to action. Then you have your button label, which is essentially the call to action button that people are going to click in order to either go to your website or give you a call. And then down below, you have your audience targeting. And this is where it gets really, really fun. And then you have your basically how much money you're going to run towards these ads and when you're going to run the ad. So let's go step by step through this. Let's start off with the description on this ad. So I'm going to use this particular copy, and this is something that I'm going to be testing out, and I'll break down each one of these sections for you. Up top, we have Livermore residents, call now for a free quote. Basically, what we're doing in this is we're highlighting the customer. Who are we talking to? We're calling them out directly, and we're telling them what they need to do and what they're going to get when they do it. So this is just very, very clear. We know who we're targeting, and we know what they should do. And the next section is, what are they going to get when they take that action? So essentially what we're doing here is we're showing them, who are we targeting? What should you do? What are you going to get when you do it? And right below that, we're going over the dream outcomes of what's going to happen. So we can provide emergency electrical services, car charger installs, sub-panel upgrades and installs, home lighting upgrades. So those are all the things that they may want us to do, aka dream outcomes. Below that, we have our pain points. And this is if you have one of these sub-panel brands, and then it goes over these sub-panel brands, you may be at risk of electrical fire or non-renewal of home insurance. So essentially what we're doing is very, very kind of a 4-step process, very simple. Who are we talking to? What do we want them to do? What is the dream outcome they're looking to accomplish? And what is the pain they're trying to avoid? And that's what we're hitting in each one of these things to try to get them to take action on what we're trying to get them to take action on, which is calling us. So once we have our copy up here, we're going to go down to the media section. I'm going to select the media, and what you can do under this ad account section is you can choose image or video. If you had a video that overperformed, what you're going to do is you're going to upload that video directly from here. If you've already uploaded it, boom, select the thing that you want to run the ad on, unselect the thing that it automatically adds in there. So I'm going to unselect this picture right here with that X button, and I'm going to select it. All right. And then after a minute, it's going to give you an ad preview right up here. But before that happens, we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to this headline. Instead of choosing Golden Electrical Services, what we're going to write instead is call now for free quote. Boom. We just really want to nail down on this is what we want them to do. Add another call to action right there. Then we've got this call now button right here. That's the only option. You add the phone number right there. Once we have all of this stuff suited and booted, and let's see if it's going to give us the ad examples, still loading. Okay, once we have all that stuff ready to go, let's go through the audience targeting. So this business is a service-based business. They can only go so far to deliver their services, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to choose people you choose through targeting. And we're going to niche down this targeting by quite a lot. The gender doesn't matter so much for this business because both men and women are homeowners and are looking for electrical services. The thing that we want to adjust is the age. So we're going to adjust the age to 28 to 35-ish. I'm going to go with 28 because first-time home buyers tend to be in that 28 to 32 range. So we want to cover a larger pool of people in this regard from an age perspective. The thing where we're going to get niched down is actually going to be in location. So we're going to do Livermore, California, and I'm going to do a 10-mile radius. The reason being because when you do it, what we're doing essentially is the video is calling out Livermore homeowners. So we want to get people as close to Livermore as possible because what we're doing through this ad targeting is trying to get in front of the right people. They're going to take action right now, which is going to make our dollars worth more because we're not going to be running a ton of ad spend on this. So we want to get the most ready, hot, and ready to go leads that are going to turn into customers and actually book these appointments. So we want to do it as close to the video proximity as possible, which was Livermore, California, and as close to our proximity as possible as well. If we were doing a different video that wasn't just targeting Livermore, maybe we would do it more out towards 15 to 20 mile radius and cover more of that Fremont and Oakland area as well. But for this video, we're going to stick to 10 miles as close to Livermore as possible, covering most of Pleasanton, a little bit of Dublin. So once we do that, you can add detailed targeting, but I think that we're okay on that. We really just want to target age range and location. We're going to save that audience. Okay. Now, once you choose your location, you choose your audience targeting, all those things, we're going to come down and we're going to go through the start date. We're actually going to be starting this ad next Monday, and we're not going to run it continuously. We're going to do it for a 7-day period. And we run $100 on this ad. So we're going to choose the start date of March 24th, 2025. The reason we're going to do a period of time is we only want to spend a certain amount of money. And after we spend that amount of money, we want to review our results and figure out how we can optimize. And the thing we would optimize for is changing up the video in particular parts, maybe recording a separate call to action or a separate hook to target people a little bit better potentially, adding in some different calls to action throughout the video, and most importantly, changing the sales copy and the targeting. Maybe 28 to 65 isn't the proper market. Maybe we need to add in a particular interest right down here under detailed targeting. It depends, but those are the different factors that you want to consider, which is why we're only going to run it for a 7-day period before revamping and figuring out what needs to change and adjust. So we now have all of our details in here. Once we have all of our details, we can add our payment method. And for the fun part, we can click schedule. Once you've scheduled, it's going to give you a prompting screen where it's going to say, good job, you've scheduled this out. It's going to start running on this date, and we're going to tell you if your ad's been approved within 24 hours of the start date, right? Because your ad does need to get approved through Meta. So that is the basic rundown of what the strategy is with organic content, how you can start to set up your ads in Meta Business Suite, and how I would go about starting to generate some customers and leads for your business. If you guys are interested in learning how to generate good content for your business that actually goes viral for the right reasons and builds your brand, then do me a favor, subscribe to this video. I'm going to be dropping more content about how to do those things. And if you're around the Livermore, Pleasanton, Tri-Valley, Bay Area, then we also do content workshops where we teach our playbook and our strategies to a group of local small business owners. We have one coming up on March 28th, but we're going to be doing these things quarterly. So go to our website and you can sign up there. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm doing this to try to bring value to you guys so you can start to take action and grow your businesses and grow your brands. And I'll see you guys on the next one.